Good day and welcome to my daily devotional for Tuesday the 3rd of August. Our reading is from Hebrews chapter 10 and verses 33 and 34. Indeed, you were made a public spectacle as you were reviled and suffered affliction. In this you have become partners with others who are passing through these things. You sympathized with those in prison, and joyfully you accepted the seizure of your possessions, knowing that you have a far better possession that remains. In Acts chapter 19, we read of an incident in Ephesus where a couple of the followers of Jesus were dragged into the amphitheater. Their names were Gaius and Aristarchus. The crowd were very hostile to these two followers of Jesus. Paul wanted to go to the amphitheater in support of Gaius and Aristarchus, but the other believers persuaded him not to risk his life by going there. The recipients of this letter to the Hebrews had also experienced being made a public spectacle. They had been insulted. They had been publicly humiliated. They had suffered affliction because they professed Jesus to be their Lord and Saviour. Being humiliated can happen to any believer. Sometimes it is in the public domain, such as social media. It can happen to believers in the workplace, especially when believers speak out against the worldly morality that is anti-Jesus. Jesus also suffered public humiliation as he hung on the cross. The Jewish authorities poured scorn on him when they shouted at him that he saved others, but he couldn't save himself. Yet he suffered it all without any reply, just as it was prophesied about him in Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 7. He was oppressed and treated harshly, yet he never said a word. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep is silent before the shearers, he did not open his mouth. The words of Jesus from the Sermon on the Mount are relevant to all in the circumstances of persecution. He said, "You are blessed when others should insult you and persecute you, and lie about you for my sake. Rejoice and be glad, because you have a great reward in heaven. In this way they persecuted the prophets before you." And that's from Matthew chapter 5 and verses 11 and 12. May our days be filled with these words of Jesus. Have a blessed day.